boys, soak it in. Happy Monday.
Alright boys, happy Monday! We gotta drop the hard nose off from the D6K2 over to Carter so they can go ahead and pull those coolers and sip them out to get them tested. Aside from that, I have no idea what we're getting into today, boys, so enjoy!
So let's get this strapped down. There we go. All strapped down. Let's get her in the fucking truck. Alright boys, that ain't going nowhere. All loaded down. Coolers made it to Carter. Let's get this shit unloaded and get back to. Side note, the strap came loose. Damn it.
Alright, so the coolers are dropped off. We got a 410E. It's got an engine oil leak we got to look at next, so let's get to it.
Alright, Deere 410E. Guess what? It's got an oil leak. Let's get into it. Boys, that's a lot of oil. Seems like it's coming from around this area here.
Well, at least we confirmed it now after Paul done run this thing. Yep. Turbo drain. Oh, damn, it's hot.
Well, this is a hell of a way to finish out Monday. And the sprockets have definitely seen better days. It is sharp.
Come on, little Jack, you can do it. You can do it.
That's where we're at right now. The old Mac ain't doing it. Got the old Milwaukee out. Got it. That's close enough. That's close enough.
Customer called and said he had a hose squirting oil all over the place, and y'all know I love me a good squirter.
Alright boys, let's start a wet Tuesday. Let's go!
Alright boys, welcome to Tuesday officially. Alright, so we got the 850L we finished yesterday. Want to go over some joystick controls on it, validate the XY axis, because for some reason or not, if it is lifted, it wants to shift the blade a certain way or not. So we're going to go ahead and check that and see what the module is actually reading in neutral state. So enjoy boys, I have no idea what else we're getting into.
Alright, starting the morning out, we got an 850L. It's having some issues with the X and Y axis, it seems like, for the hydraulic joystick. So we're going to get into that one, break out. Old service advisor, boys.
Hello.
Alright, so we have no relevant codes right now hooked up. So let's go ahead and check our readings, X and Y axis, on this unit right here. Alright boys, so look at it right there. We got slight movement out of the blade. And right there, you can see we've actually got a percentage out of joystick 2, and obviously we're not touching it. Now if I just stop it, 0%, and the blade is no longer moving. Now what's got me right now is we get the blade lowering after I slowly hit the joystick downward. And joystick 2 is reading in neutral position, not positive, not on negative, and not in the detent, and there's no duty cycle currently on that joystick. So that's another issue. But if I just tap it, blade stops. Really starting to think that there's an issue with the neutral in this joystick. One, we're going to have to replace the thumb wheel anyway, so we'll see if that's repairable or if it's a whole joystick base to begin with. So start out with a joystick and then we'll work our way out to probably a solenoid or something like that.
F250, leaky boy. She blow the piston out and leak oil all over the place.
You can't stop if you don't have stopping material. The more you know. Remember kids, when you run out of brake pad, you can always use the piston and the caliper. The more you know. And done. Alright, 300G is in G's. It's time for fucking service. Let's get to it. Yay, oil change. You don't think oil filters are supposed to be this loose. It's never good.
With the cascades of diesel fuel.
How to properly fill the gearbox, boys. That's right. Mirror install. Success. And somebody must have mistaken 1540 for GL5. That's crazy.
I'm pretty sure the track roller just said, I'm done.
I'm done.
Out here at New Roller goofing.
Alright, so I got one for my dear boys out there. I know you all can help me out with this one. Alright, 850L. Now I've got active, or not active, but I've got logged faults for the warming circuit for every aspect of the hydraulic joystick. Now it says that if the diagnostic trouble code is not accompanied by another DTC of the same SPN, there's no action required. But yet, why is it logged? It logs every time I clear them. I'm confused. Somebody help me out. Is it not something I got to worry about, but it's every blade position solenoid right now that I keep getting the warming current is too low? Help a brother out.
There's something that a mechanic understands about life better than most people. If a vehicle breaks, a mechanic wants to fix it, but they don't make the mistake of believing once it's actually fixed, that it will stay that way forever. And when they do fix it, they use the machine and they enjoy it. But at every moment, they realize that it could break again. A mechanic always understands that there's more machines to fix. And if you really think about it, that's our experience with life.
What are you doing? This came loose. What came loose? This.
Turn right.
I'm not fucking with you today, Siri.
I'm not fucking with you either. Turn right.
I'm not turning right.
Recalculating. You stupid ass. Will you just listen to what I say?
No, this is why I like Alexa better than you.
I'm tired of you threatening me with that stupid hoe Alexa.
All right, boys, when will the rain ever stop? Welcome to Thursday. All right, boys, happy Thursday. So we've got the 410E with the turbo drain. The right line should be in today, so we're going to tackle that at some point. Anything else that happens, I have no idea. We weren't here yesterday, so let's go ahead and get to it, boys. All right, 850K this morning. It's missing some shit.
Think you needed a bolt there, my guy.
And it's got a fault code, so it's going to hook up Service Advisor and see what we got.
Okay, so we got no codes, but an asterisk. Well, boys, we called out here for a telematics fault.
All right, so we do have stored codes for the hot stat bypass control solenoid. Keeps coming back to the dash 5, comes back open.
Even with the cooler bypass test, we're still reading nothing. And if you ohm it out, the resistance value isn't hateful. I'll take that.
I'm gonna go ahead and rewire this, but not today. The machine's needed. So that's another project. All right, so we're back on the 410. Go ahead and change out that turbo drain line, and we'll see if that fixes a leak or not. Boys, I'll be honest with you, it don't matter about the turbo drain gasket.
If it ain't got no bolts in it, it really doesn't matter. The more you know.
All right, boys, so we got our new turbo drain line all installed, all nicey nice. There you go. Doesn't call out for it, but blue Loctite was used for the bolts that mount on the bottom of the turbo there, because obviously if they fell out, there was a reason. No further leaks, we're going to give it back to them. I guess we're saying it's fixed.
Pinwheels in my head, voices, angry fish.
Well, boys, it's finally Friday. All right, boys, happy Friday. We made it. All right, so what we got going on today? We got the 850L that we got the new joystick for, at least the base. I wanted the whole damn thing, but I got the base. So we're going to start with that, and then whatever the hell else decides we want to break today. So enjoy, boys. All right, starting the morning at 850L, we've got a joystick base. I've wanted the whole joystick, but this is what we got for today. So we're going to go ahead and install it and see if we fix that drop blade issue as well as the lifting issue. So let's get to it. All right, I want somebody from CAT to take note of this, okay? 3 bolts, drop your PDM. That accesses you to the 2 connectors for the joystick. In the cab, you've got 4 T25 Torx bolts, and then 2 13s right here. And guess what, boys? This whole unit comes right out. Well, except for the grommet. CAT, I didn't have to disassemble the whole fucking cab. Help a brother out. I'm gonna be honest with you, kids. They really were worried about these fucking joysticks really backing out. These bolts right here got Loctite on them. Now I have no idea what size Allen this is, because it's not a 3, it's not a 2, it's not an 1/8, it's some oddball shit that I don't have. So vice grips is the only way I'm getting these things off. All right, so we got our new joystick base installed, got that reassembled, everything's tight, harness is routed. Let's see if we fixed anything.
Alright, so far we've been running it back and forth here, and we haven't had one bit of an issue with the blade dropping. We still have issues obviously with the thumb wheel, but that's for another day repair. But I think for the time being, the issue with the blade dropping, I think we're good to rock and roll. And done for now. Well, there's this fucking thing again, and but the good news is, boys, it's only flat on the bottom. So we'll get this turd aired back up, and hopefully next week we'll get the tire company out to replace that fucking tire. Alright, so my tire is fairly aired up, about 10 pounds low. But the fucking compressor, it's hung. It's done this recently this week, so we're going to dive into that today. Well, I'm not a gynecologist, but I think we found our problem, boys. Yeah, I don't think it's supposed to be leaking there. I don't know. Not a tire guy either. But the issue I think we're having here is it's just not recovering. So if I power cycle this thing a few times, all of a sudden it'll start to, the compressor kicks back on and it starts to build air. But there's no warnings, no nothing. So I'm very confused on this deal. So we're going to do some research and maybe call that number that keeps coming up there. I don't know.
Told the customer he needed a new engine, and I got the new fucking engine in, and I just figured out it was a fucking fuse all along.